go, you guys? It's the FPL Penguin back again with another stream for you all. It's been a while since I made a stream. A lot has happened. Just got myself a new job as well. In reality, got myself a new job. So my life's been very busy at the moment. So hence why the streams, and also with this mini break as well. There's not really much to talk about, but we have got quite a bit to talk about with the double game weeks, and also I will be making during the stream a best wild card, best players to target for the next couple of weeks. And if some people still got the wild card or maybe want to play a free hit, we could just try and build a wild card or free hit draft. But we'll get straight into it, guys. So we're going to talk about as well how I'm getting on so far, and also my plans going forward, and talk about the Manchester United Brighton double game week. So, how you doing, Kobe? Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope all is good. Hope you're well, mate. But yeah, just want to talk about this. Is really good as well. This is really cool. I know a lot of FPL streamers use this already, which is the whole, you can see on the screen now, it looks different, doesn't it? You can see the fixtures, you can see the points and stuff. I think the expected points disappeared. I don't know where it's gone to. Maybe I need to just fiddle around with it. But the other day, decided to add it, and it's more helpful, isn't it? Having the fixtures underneath. So basically, how it works here, you can see, like, look at Laporte, his last 5 games for Man City. He got 10 points against Southampton, 7 points in the game before against Chelsea. So his last 5 games, the points-wise he got, and then the next 5 games, who he's got. So it's more helpful instead of me clicking around, and you can see straight on the screen what I've got. And you can see the blank game weeks for Maddison, Jota, and Odegaard, Tierney, Trent, and all that. So, and the double game week as well for Mopay right there. So we're going to be talking as well, and the game as well, but talking about my plans, and then we'll probably swiftly move on to the wild card and what I'm thinking, what I think is the best wild card to go for, players to target and stuff. So I think that's more helpful as well. You can see, but yeah, this is how I'm getting on. I've still got Foster to play. Foster's back. I've got Roy Hodgson here. That's going to be interesting. It's probably set. Foster will probably start. If he starts, he'll start. So I can't do anything about that. Hopefully, he keeps a clean sheet, gets some save points. Wink, wink. Maybe a bonus. It's going to be tough against Burnley in that last game for him, in that rearranged game. That's why I'm hoping he doesn't start, doesn't play at all. Got De Gea on the bench, but it's probably more likely that Roy will probably go for someone with experience in the game and had a long time, veteran. So, yeah. So hopefully, if he does start, he keeps a clean sheet against a Burnley side that's not really firing. They've lost Chris Wood. All they need is 1 goal to ruin it all. But we'll see what happens. But that's how I line up. I'm at 36k at the moment, doing all right. But yeah, still got the Foster points, all De Gea points to come. So hopefully, fingers crossed, another tiny green arrow. At the moment, on a green arrow, I'm on a 4k green arrow for this game week. So hopefully a bit more. Who knows? Hopefully it's not a minus like a certain somebody down there. So I'm pretty chuffed with this. Long term, as you can see, the fixtures have a bit of a talk about it. I like the double City defence. We know about Laporte. He's getting the games. He's getting the game time. You look at his last 5 games, 10, 7, 6, 6, 10. He gets returns too, goals and assists. So I really do like the double up. And I think when I brought that in on my Game Week 21 wildcard, I honestly love that. I really do love that. Cancelo as well. He's always going to be in there. He gets those attacking returns. 2, 11, 2, 6, 4. He's got Brentford, Norwich, same as Laporte. Tottenham's got Everton and Man United after that. But I like the next 2 fixtures. What I'm planning to do, I'll tell you now what I am planning to do. I'm thinking of taking a hit. I've only got 1 free transfer going to the next game week, but hence if we're going to know about any more double game weeks coming in. But we know about game week 25 with Manchester United getting 2. Just tell you guys now, I am no way interested. Some of you may know already, but I'm not interested bringing in Ronaldo or Bruno for that double game week. Poor form, they're dodgy as well. It's so much money. I'm not interested. If you're somebody who's chasing points and you're like 500k, 600k or higher than that, and you're chasing points, go for it. It's a punt worth taking. But to me, where I am, I think that's such a huge risk for me. So I personally am for game week 25. We're just going to stick with De Gea. Probably start Mopay. Who knows? Might ditch him before that. But that's what I'm going for. But just to let you guys know, a bit of disclaimer that I'm not going for Bruno or Ronaldo for game week 25. But yeah, fixtures wise, going forwards, yeah, I'm thinking of bringing in. I was thinking, I think it's too much doing KDB and Salah, but I want to bring Salah back in soon. But I don't think he'll make it because now that Egypt beat Ivory Coast, they're into the next round of the AFCON. Then it could be due a rest. So maybe I'll just do the one move and wait for the Salah move because we know potentially he could be back for the Leicester game, but I doubt it. He has got Burnley after that, and then he's got Norwich, so I feel more comfortable bringing him in back for the Burnley Norwich game. Leicester won't be easy. Leicester did beat us 1-0. They've always been a bogey team for us, Leicester, as well. So I personally probably might take a punt on either KDB or Mahrez. I kind of want to take a punt on Mahrez, to be honest with you. Seeing he's got Brentford and Norwich, he's more rotation than KDB, but he's cheaper. And we know what he can do, and he's getting a full rest at the minute. Algeria are out. He's getting like a full over 2 weeks rest until his potential possible next game against Brentford. So I might take a punt on that. Unless we get any cheeky Aston Villa double game weeks coming in 24. I kind of want to take a punt on Mahrez. It's cheaper as well. I've got about, how much have I got in the bank? I've got 9.6 million in the bank. So I am tempted to take a cheeky punt. I am tempted. So that's what I'm probably going for at the minute. I'm just going to check something, guys. Give me a minute, and I'll have a look at the comments if there's anyone there. Just checking something. Yeah, the music's playing. I've got like some low-fi music playing, which I've added on the software, so hopefully it sounds okay. But yeah, we'll see if anyone else is there. Doing well, mate. Currently wildcarding this week. I'll get to that. Help you out with anything, mate. We'll be doing that as well. How will I get? How you doing, Ant? How you doing? How will you get Salah back? I've got about, like I said, 9.67 in the bank, so I'll mess around with it then. So I'll probably ditch Jota. I'm over the moon. Diaz about to sign for Liverpool. Huge signing. Be great to have that extra depth and challenge Mane. I think he's a left winger, isn't he, Diaz? So Mane's been a bit 50-50, so it'd be good to have some fresh face right there, fresh legs. So I've always admired him. I've always liked him, and he deserves this move, and he looks very good, Diaz. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. But yeah, so we'll move on now. So we'll look at the transfers, what we'll talk about, and then we'll move on to wildcard then. So as you can see, it's still different layout. Fantastic, really helpful. So what's it called? I think it's FPL Tools. And it's free for. You can't do it on like phone. You have to go on your laptop or computer. It's for Chrome. But yeah, you get all the fixtures there. You get everything there. It's just so much easier than clicking around. So you get a good idea then. To look at the next few fixtures and the points wise what they've got before. So it's really helpful for you guys watching as well. So what I could possibly do, I'm thinking of ditching Maddison and Odegaard for next week. But obviously, I'm not doing anything yet. If Salah is back, I don't think he will. I possibly would do. It's not even clicking. It's probably glitched. Is it clicking? Let's have a look. Is it glitched? I think it's glitched. Have I glitched it? I think I've glitched it. Right, that's a bit awkward, isn't it? So basically what I'll do, without him probably messing about until I probably figure it out, refresh the page and see if it works there. I think it's doing it. I think it's just the midfielder section. Is it doing it now? Hang on. I think I get it. Oh, it's already done it. Oh, that makes sense, doesn't it? What am I doing? So you just clicking it, already does it. So basically, Maddison and Salah. Oh, it was a bloody glitch then. So basically, I'm thinking of doing. Can't do KDB. So you can see that I've got 9.4 million left. Now, I can't bring KDB in. I can bring Mahrez in. But if Salah isn't back, I won't do a -4. I'll probably ditch Salah. Ditch Maddison, and then bring in Mahrez or KDB. I could do both. Well, I can't do both, but I'm very tempted to go for Mahrez. He's got 10 in his last 5 games, but it was 0-0, then 9, then 0, then 10. I'm assuming the 0 is to do when he, because he's at AFCON, isn't it? And what I like as well, this little feature here, this is what impressed me as well. Another one that impressed me. I'll have to go and find it now. Man City can do a little comparison feature, which is really, really cool with this FPL Tools feature. Free to download, guys. So compare. So in the white text, Mahrez, blue text is De Bruyne. So you can see little stats here, form-wise. And you can get a decent, just an average comparison, what they've been doing and what they got in last round. Obviously, Mahrez has nothing to compare about in the last one. But yeah, total-wise, 86 points, 77 points. Nothing with XG or anything like that, but just to get a good comparison how much they are, it's probably quicker, to be honest with you. Get some good quick stats instead of just clicking around and wasting a minute or so looking for who you want to bring in. Yeah, it's very good. It's very good, FPL tools. Where did you find the FPL comparison tool? I just downloaded FPL tools from Google. Just type in FPL tools. Is it FPL tools? Just type it in. But basically, just go on Google. Hang on, I'll give you the website, mate, and I'll put it in the live chat. I'll put it in the live chat for you, mate. So this is the website, guys. It's in the live chat right now. So hopefully you can click on that. Is that clickable? Just basically go on FPL tools. I think it should have. Hopefully it comes up. Yeah, it's come up, guys. So you should be able to click on it. So that's what I use to download, and just download it, free to use, quick download, and then just go into your FPL page on your laptop or computer, and that will appear. Should automatically download. But yeah, that's what I used. Just check everything's all right with the stream. Just turn this up a bit. See if that's all right. I'm just checking because I've had a bit of music on, so just checking everything's all right. That's better, isn't it? Let me know if it gets too loud, guys. Let me know, and I'll turn it down. But that's the website I used, and but yeah, to make a wild card now. If we move on to, I'll probably timestamp this. But yeah, that's the plan. What I'm thinking of doing, guys. I kind of either want to go for KDB or Mahrez, but if Salah's not back, I won't probably rush to get Salah in. I won't waste a -4 if he's not going to be back. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. But I just want to say a big up to Sam one more time, Simply FPL. This is my first FPL stream since that raid. Can't thank him enough. That was very, very kind. Got over 2,000 subscribers. It was very, very kind what he did. Love to collab with him one day. Seems a really, really nice guy. But that was amazing that night. I think it was nearly exactly a week ago now. But thank you, Sam, again. Thank you so much. But if everyone's joining the stream, hit the like button, do subscribe. If you've got any more questions, do find a way. No worries, Ashley. No worries, mate. But yeah, I won't spend too long with this, so I'm gonna just do it now while I'm playing around with it, and then I'm gonna make now timestamp it and then just do a wildcard stream. So do bear with me. So I'm thinking of players. If you guys can think of any good players for long term, throw them in the chat, and we can have a good talk about it and probably consider them. So if you've got any players that I probably might miss out, if I do miss out, throw them in the chat, or any players that pop in your head, good punt to go for, any differentials if you want to go for, throw them in chat, guys. Throw them in chat. Definitely get rid of DCL. Now I haven't got a wildcard. I've already wasted mine. Dennis, I think his time's up. He's got some potentially tough fixtures. You can see there with West Ham, Brighton. West Ham can see some goals. Maybe new manager bounce. Yeah, I've got Burnley next. See how they do. Brighton's going to be tough. Aston Villa will be tough. Yeah, next few games will be tough. So I personally, for myself, I'm going to look to get rid of him very, very soon. Get rid of him. The other thing as well, it is interesting because we know with Manchester United and Brighton getting double game weeks. I'm not interested, like I said, with Bruno or Ronaldo. I'd say definitely keep De Gea. like I said, I've got De Gea already on my team. So if you go on a goalkeeper, go for De Gea. He's got they got Burnley next. He's got a double game week 25. He's got Leeds. He's got Watford. This guy pulls out all the stops. His last few games: 6, 8, 3, 2, 5. Relatively cheap, 5.2, very, very good for his money. So definitely keep him. Foster, I know he's very cheap, but you would want a good goalkeeper. We could look at Wolves. Wolves are doing well defensively, doing all right. Arsenal have got some blank game weeks, so when they have, you could possibly do good rotation here, because when they have, by looks of it, Man United have Man City, Ramsdale will have Watford, so probably you could bring in Ramsdale. Good rotation because he's doing well. Get some good points. 8-0-1-0-6 kind of, but he's getting some good points when they do well. So it'd be good rotation that. So when they have Man City, you could then start him against Watford, as hopefully no postponements get involved or anything like that. So as you can see, the blank game week here, 25. You've got De Gea playing. You've got Southampton, Brighton, and then you've got a blank game week there. So then De Gea will probably have Watford in that lineup. So let's look at some more as well. What's everyone saying? Hope everyone's doing good. Luca Dean, yeah, we'll be talking about him in a minute. I'm about to get to the defence in a minute. But I've done the goalkeepers, so anyone new tune in, definitely look at De Gea and Ramsdale. Wildcard, this is guys. What's everyone else saying? Robertson, if you're wildcarding. Yeah, I'm always worried between him and Tsimikas rotation, but he did well against Crystal Palace, that's for sure. Eddie for 4 weeks, then changed to Brozier, both cheap forward spots. Guatia, good shout. Is it worth having Salah back than selling Ronaldo, even if Man United? Get rid of Ronaldo, mate. He's not going to do anything. I guarantee that. Ronaldo and Bruno, too much hype, too expensive, not in good form. Get rid of them. I'm just going to give it to you, mate. Seriously, just get rid of them. It's Man United. Get rid of them. Luca Dean, we could talk about as well. Luca Dean, definitely. We'll bring it on the screen. You can see here on the far right. Hopefully you can see that okay. He's got Leeds, Newcastle, Watford, Brighton, Southampton. He got 12 points. I think that was it his debut? Can't remember. No, it probably second. I don't know. I think that was his debut. I think it was debut or against Everton. I don't know. But he got that lovely crossing from the corner, wasn't it? Assist against his former club. So 5.1, relatively cheap. Definitely one to eye, that's for sure. So I'll take it out, Thomas. Definitely Luca Dean, because Luca Dean's doing very well. Could get a double game week very, very soon. We yet to know. But I think this defence right here doesn't look too shabby. Now, the players I've already got, Tierney, Trent, Cancelo, Laporte, I like the double City defence. It's good going forward. You can see the points they've got last few games. They're getting the returns. They've got 11 points there, 6 points to get the clean sheets. Laporte's getting the returns as well with goals and assists. 10 points, 7 points, 6, 6, 10 in the last 5 games. I like it. I like Laporte. I like Cancelo. Now, I've had both of them on my wild card in Game Week 21 when I played it, but since Game Week 21. I think this back defence looks very, very strong. You can see that Tierney does blank in 25 and 27, but you've got some good rotation there. We'll talk about the midfield in a minute. We're going to move on to the midfield now. I don't think there was anyone else in defence that I probably missed out. I know someone mentioned Robertson, but personally, it would save you money, wouldn't it? But I personally would just keep Trent, because Trent's very, very dangerous. Now, last 2 games, 11 and 12 for Robertson, you can see right there. It's just rotation, because we know Champions League's back soon. I think it's just rotation that bothers me, because we know Tsimikas is there. And, Liverpool haven't really got anyone cover-wise except Williams for cover, and he's not going to really challenge Trent for any starts, is he? But I think that's all right. I think that's fine at the minute. But you could consider Robertson, but personally, I'd keep Trent at the moment. We'll get to forwards in a minute. We'll talk about the forward line. There is Mahrez, there's KDB. It depends who you really want. What you could do, we'll get KDB. Where's KDB? Is KDB on the other side? What we'll do, we'll go on midfielders now. We'll move on to the midfield section. So I'll timestamp these guys. What's everyone else saying? Norway for a cheat defender. Yeah, Wolves. But Wolves, yeah, they're keeping them clean sheets. True, very, very cheap. But the defense I see here looks very, very sharp. I really do like it. Very, very, very good, and can be good rotation when Tierney doesn't play those games. I'm still trying to weigh up Watkins, mate. I think it's all about Coutinho at the minute. I think give them another game, see what they do. I think there could be rotation with him and Danny Ings, who knows. But Watkins, I'm still trying to weigh up. Cucurella for Brighton. What were the fixtures there for Brighton? Can I just get a... If we just get a... You see, they've got a double game week. I'm not, like I said, well, defenders, they're easier to pick from. You could go for a very cheap. If you're struggling to get that team, depending how much money in the bank you've got, you could ditch Tierney and then bring in probably Cucurella. Who knows? But I think that defense looks fine. I think it's good rotation. Right, what we'll do, we'll get De Bruyne in. 12.2. He's getting the returns, isn't he? He's got 8, 11, 2, 8, 7. You could probably have him as a placeholder for Salah. Depends when Salah's back. But City, what's like to say, they run away from the tower because Liverpool kind of catching them up a bit now and on their, I'd look to probably get rid of Jota. I'd look to get rid of Jota. I think Jota 5-3, 5-2 probably might get better with Salah. I don't know. I think with Diaz signing as well, could there be rotation there? I know, and also with Firmino there as well. Could there be rotation? So Salah's always going to start. He's our number one key player. So there's no need to worry about him not starting. And if he doesn't start, he'll come on and do what he did last season against Crystal Palace and get a haul against them at Selhurst Park. So I'll probably look to get rid of Jota. Keep Bowen, because the man's in form. 2-7, 21, 14-4, especially in the middle part there, with 7, 21, 4 points in the last few games. Watford, Leicester, Newcastle, Wolves, good games to target next 3 games. 3 teams that are kind of leaking goals at the back. I wouldn't bother looking at Antonio. He's kind of fizzled out a bit. Odegaard was my mistake bringing him in. Arsenal have got some blank game weeks, so I don't want too many players that are getting blank game weeks, but would be good to kind of rotate around. Would be very, very nice. Darlow or Tierney? Tierney, I'd say, mate. Big at the bat might be back. You mean bad? Strikers always been poor. He's always back in the midfield. Ramsey's definitely a good one. Just want to see a bit more of him. He's 4.6, isn't he? Could be a good one. But like I said, if we could fit Ramsey in here, we've got the stats here. We'll get them on the screen. Ramsey, 312, 102. Very, very cheap. It's always nice to have like that very cheap enabler. To have good rotation. You don't want especially when I've gone for kind of like a very kind of premium defense right there. I think going for a very strong defense isn't a bad way to go. I think you can see the points on the screen for the defense. They're getting the big points, aren't they? They're getting some attack and returns. How much have we got in the bank now? 25.5. So if we just have a bit more of a look as well. Like I said, with this tool, if you want to get a link to it, it's in the live chat, guys. The link to the chat, the tools to get the fixtures on the screen, you can see right here. So it's so much helpful, it really is. Fixtures wise, we know about Salah. Do we bring Salah back in? Because it depends how far Egypt. I think the final is the 5th. Is the final of the AFCON the 5th? They're not in the final yet. It depends if they beat Morocco in the next round. I think it's tomorrow. Not too sure. But if you want to bring Salah back in, how much would we have left in the bank? Because that's going to take a big chunk, isn't it? It's going to take a big chunk. So hang on. If we do that, 12.7. So we've got about 12.8. So like someone else said, the strikers aren't a big thing to worry about because they're not really getting as much points, are they? There is Mahrez in there if you want to take a cheeky punt on Mahrez. but that means you have to ditch either KDB or a City defender to bring that in. What's Rafinha got? Because I know Ashley's a big Leeds fan. We just gone past him. There he is. Villa, Everton, United, relatively tough fixtures. So I don't know if that's a punt worth taking. We'll bring in, look at some forwards as well. So we're going to move on now to the forward line with about 12.8. Probably might have some more if we do rotate a bit more. Forward line, I wouldn't go for Antonio. 24955 in his last few games. I wouldn't really bother. I know it's all about Bowen. It's all about Bowen. You can see the comparison right there. The far right with what we'll do here. No, we can't bring on the screen, can we? So Antonio, you can see in the far right, and you can see Bowen on the centre of the screen. I mean, Bowen, especially the midfielders, getting that extra point as well. I wouldn't really bother with Antonio. He's just kind of fizzled out now. I wouldn't bother with it. I think it's kind of it's risky. It's risky. Just go for Bowen, I'd say. Dennis, don't bother with him. Ronaldo, don't bother with him. If you're chasing points and you want a really big point, go for a punt in game week 25, then go for it. Or Bruno. But I'm not that convinced. No, I think it's just, I think the single game week players will do better than the double game week players in that week. And I think even picking a Brighton attack is probably too punty as well. So I think if you get rid of Mopé, I think if we sort that three out there, like somebody said, it's the forwards aren't really something to really go for. I think it's all about the midfield. At the moment, I've got De Bruyne, Ramsey, Bowen, Salah, and Coutinho. Good rotation right there as well. Defense have gone very, very strong as well. Got 19.3. Somebody mentioned Eddie. Eddie's a good one. Eddie's decent. You can see there, if we bring him on the screen and look in the middle here, he's got 8, 2, 6, 14, 2. And I think Ashley mentioned him as well. Another person as well. He mentioned him in the group chat. Decent. Norwich won't be easy. Norwich used to be the whipping boys, but Norwich should really turn things around. But I think for the next two games, and with Brentford, they're conceding goals now, I think it's a punt worth taking. Eddie's definitely a lovely one to look at, and I can't look past that, definitely. You can see Watkins there as well, but I wouldn't really pick Watkins. I want to see more of him. His price is about 1.2 million more expensive than Eddie. I definitely would wait. You can see the last few games, 2-2-0-0-2. He's a bit like worse than Antonio at the minute. Won't really go for him. Harry Kane, you can see 211-266, but he's going to be taking a chunk. He's going to take the rest of that money right there. But Brozier, somebody mentioned, good rotation, 5.2. See if we can get him in a minute. But these are the other players that, maybe I'd wait because he's not really hit fire yet. And who was somebody I was going to take a punt on, but I'm glad I didn't. Tony's in there. A bit of controversy at the minute. What he said the other day about his club coming out. So I had to apologise for it. But he's done well last two games, but I still think it's a risky move bringing him in. St. Max also in there too. So like someone said, the forwards aren't really, something to go for. If we have a look at Brozier's somebody you could take a punt on. That's for sure. 2-2-8-1-4. You might not want to start him. He's got Spurs, Man United, could be relatively tough, but depends what formation you go for. If you will bench him, probably. We can have a look as well, 7.6. So if we're looking for a 7.6 and we just finish this here, depends if Dennis is still a good one to keep. But do we think Dennis? I personally would probably look to get rid of him. King, we know Dennis is going to be back. He's going to miss the Burnley game. He's only missing one game. St. Max isn't a bad shout. I just think they're all a bit sloppy, to be honest with you. But if you really want to take a punt, especially on a double game week, go for Mopé. Go for Mopé. But I'm intrigued to see if this new manager bounce will do something for Watford. Because we know Leeds, Jack Harrison, they won 3-2. I mean, I didn't expect Leeds to really come away with the 3 points there away from home to West Ham. So could a new manager bounce be key? If I had to take a punt, I'd keep Dennis. That's what this is the sort of team I'd probably go for. This is the wildcard team I would go for. A lot of the players I've got already. but this is the wildcard team I'm giving you guys. I think it's very good with rotation. Like I said, De Gea and Ramsdale are good with rotation, especially with Ramsdale having the 2 blank game weeks in the next 2 in the next 5. Tierney is the same as well as Ramsdale. Good rotation. You've got Luka Dean, Trent, and Cancelo Laporte. I think double Man City defence is a lovely way to go about it. I think they're getting the clean sheets. Those two are getting attacking returns. I say jump on it, guys. Jump on it. I really do think so. Somebody mentioned cheaper to Trent, but like I said, I've afforded this team. Depends how much money you can fiddle around with your own team if you get the similar team. KDB and Salah in there. You've got Salah, you've got KDB. Ramsey's a lovely shout, like Ashley said. 4.6. Very, very cheap. Bowen's in there too. Coutinho. I like it. And especially if that potential when they have that double game week will come in for Aston Villa, you're set. You've got triple then. I don't think it's bad. I think Gerrard is really getting this together. I really do think so. So that's what I personally I've gone for. All about Cornet. True. Yeah, all those bloody fixtures. They got how many fixtures they got to 5, 6? It's Burnley though, isn't it? They got no Chris Woods. Let's have a look. But I'm not interested one bit in Burnley. I think they're just Burnley, aren't they? I mean, look at the fixtures. I know they've got the postponement fixtures. These are not the postponement fixtures, obviously, but I'm not interested in Burnley. I mean, you could take a Porto Cornet. He's a midfielder, but I'm not really interested, to be honest with you. If it does come and they get like a triple game week, then go for it. But to be honest with you, I'm not interested one bit. So that's the team I would go for. Should I bring in Dean or Coutinho? Could you not do both? Could you not bring in both, mate? But if you want to play it safe with the fixtures, go for Dean. Look at Digne. What do you think of the strike force of Eddie, Brozier, and Mopé? I like it. It's what I've nearly gone for. I've gone for Dennis instead. Mopé's not a bad one. I just had to choose between Dennis or Mopé, but as we get the fixture back on for Brighton, let me just get Mopé back on the screen. That's better. So you can see that comparison-wise. Yeah, so Mopé's going to blank. So it's best to have Dennis. Mopé's going to blank in 24. Then he's got the double in 25. Then he's got Burnley, Villa, and Newcastle. Mopé's not bad, but I've always said this. Now I've been a sucker for it. I've been a sucker. I've gone for him on a -4. He got me an assist in that double game against Palace and Chelsea, but I don't think I'll ever do something like that again. I said this to Ash on FPL Juice. Brighton attack is so awkward. They're so awkward to pick attackers from that team in FPL. It's like Burnley, but Brighton, defenders-wise, they're all about defence. Mopé's Mopé. He's been getting 6, 5, 6, 5. You could go for it, but De Gea will probably be there, putting some saves out. Then you just be depending on him to do well against Watford. It's risky, especially with him blanking in 24. If you are to wildcard in this week coming. But I personally would just go for Dennis. He's cheaper, saves you a bit of money as well, and he's new manager bounce. Who knows? But this is personally the squad that I would go for if I was wildcarding. So it would save you around 1.7, depending on how much you've got, how much your team's worth. That's what I'd go for. I don't think that's bad. I think that's pretty decent, to be honest. Yeah, I do like it. I really do like it. Salah or Bruno for game week 25? I say Salah, definitely Salah. Guys, if you enjoy the stream, please consider hitting that like button and do subscribe. Really appreciate it. I'm just going to put the Discord. If you want to join the FPL Penguin Discord, I'll put it in the live chat right now, guys. So I'm just going to put it in live chat. So do join the Discord. It's in the live chat right now. And yeah, it's in the live chat. So hopefully, love to see you guys there in the live chat. Do hit that subscribe button and do give the stream a like. Really appreciate it. But yeah, that's personally what I want to go for, and I do like it. That's the wild card. That's a wild card. So that is what I probably will go for. We'll have a look now, guys. We'll have a look now at we'll have a look now at Ben Krellin's little spreadsheet. Mr. Ben Krellin, do give him a follow. Absolute legends. We can see right here. You can see he's updated it a bit now. This was from the other day. What we've got here, we can see with Manchester United. I'm still trying to get my eyes. It's like all these different colours everywhere. Manchester United, right at the top here, that's the FA Cup by looks. They've got Middlesbrough, they've got Burnley, and then they've got Southampton. Is that Southampton? Game week 25. I'm still trying to get me out. There we go. Yeah, Southampton and Brighton. So you can see there, that's a double game week for Manchester United right there. This is what he's updating every time. And you can see the key up here, the key colours right here for what it all means, these different colours here. So it's very, very helpful. And the solid reds, blank game weeks, definitely blank game weeks for those teams. So yeah, it's just like trying to get my bloody head around this possible blank game week. Yeah, it's a good look at just sit back. It's good to just have a good look at what potentially could be placed in these game weeks. So, you know, with Aston Villa, where's Aston Villa? Trying to get my eyes peeled. There they are, right down here. So that looks like it is. Oh, it's an international. They got a little break there. They got Leeds. They got Newcastle, and then a little break there, and then they've got Watford, and then they've got a possible double game week being added in the FA Cup round, and then before 27 or something like that. So I don't know by the looks of it. So it's going to be interesting this how. So fingers crossed, no more get postponed. It's going to be interesting to see what else gets added. It's going to be interesting. So I need to scroll all the way down. Surely Bruno would double. Mate, I'm not convinced. No. I think United just look a shambles. I really do think so. I just think it's Man United. I really do. They're not great. If you know, it's form. I know. I'm not convinced. Really not convinced one bit. John, how you doing, mate? Are you? How's your game week doing? And how are you in life? All good. How about putting Pickford in extra goal cameras? Everton, no. It's Everton. Come on, no, it's Everton. No, I don't. They'll concede. They'll concede all the time. Definitely not. It's too risky. What are your thoughts on Rashford? But is that too risky? I think it's too risky. I can bring it back on the screen. I'll have a look on my screen for a minute. We'll do here. Just reset that, and then we'll probably have a look here. Let's have a look at the fixtures for Rashford, and we'll have a good look. I'll bring it back on the screen, and then we'll probably wrap things up then, guys. Fancy Brand League. Oh, there we go. So this is Rashford. Kobe's just throwing a Burnley, Southampton, Brighton. Last few games you can see on the far right hand side of the screen: 66102. 9.4 is such a hefty price, isn't it? Too much for Rashford. That too much. I think going for Manchester United. Oh, like I said, if you want to go for Manchester United for that double game week, go for it. But I personally don't like Bruno or Ronaldo. If you want a safer pick, go for De Gea. You know, he's got last few games 6, 8, 3, 2, 5. Got Burnley, he's got Southampton, Brighton that same week. And he's got Leeds and Watford. Go for De Gea. You know, it's all about feeling more safer with these goalkeepers at the minute, and he gets those save points too, and he always seems to creep into that bonus as well. I think it's so bold going for these attackers. definitely so bold. I would not recommend it one bit from Manchester United. Definitely wouldn't. Oh yeah, it's popped up now. You can see like expected points and then expected points here. Okay, so it's expecting for the next game week, I believe. So what this possible? I haven't done any transfers yet, so God knows what it'll say after I've done my transfers. But yeah, this is what I'm probably gonna go for. Oh, that's why I didn't. Is that why? Could I click my points? Maybe that's why. Yeah, so you can see here expected points for the next game week. That's interesting. I think it's popped up now because I was looking at I was looking at the points early in the stream, so I wasn't looking at my going forward. So this is the little add-on bit as well, the expected points, and you can see just clicking on the play here with Laporte, expected to get 8.7. Expected to get around about 6 points against Brentford. So it's a really good key. 17 points expected probably against Watford. So wink, wink, good to captain him. 3 points, look to get rid of Odegaard very, very soon. Minus 0.5 for Dennis. I assume this is for next week, but I like to think it is because it very much looks like it, doesn't it? Jota's expected to get 5.3. Bench-wise, 0.5 against West Ham, minus 0.5. But yeah, it's good. Like I said, have it go up on the stream, the chat, and you can see the link that I posted with the FPL tools, free to download on Chrome. I think someone said, and yeah, it's really helpful. It just automatically adds it to your FPL account, the website you're on, and bam, you got this. Easy to look at, navigate around. Very, very good. A lot of FPL content creators use it. Have I captained Abu Bakar in AFCON? Yes, I have. I did my transfers earlier. I forgot to do a stream. I didn't have time because I've just started a new job, guys. So I started last night, so I didn't have time. I've been a bit 50-50 with streams. Been a bit all over the place. So I've just started a new job. But I have done my team. We had about 8 free. I had 8 free transfers. So mess around my team. So yeah, I will post some team on Twitter and Instagram, guys, and also on the YouTube as well. So do stay tuned for that in probably the next half hour. But we'll probably wrap things up there now, guys. Probably wrap things up. If you have enjoyed the stream, do leave it a like and do subscribe. I've been the FPL Penguin. You've been the Bubbly Bunch. Look at that. I did this Bill Shankly legend and a Klopp sticker. A bit more of like a wall drop, background happening right now. But yeah, we'll wrap things up, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you guys in the next stream. Take care. Bye bye.